This is not the Dracula you think you know. This is the story of blood, betrayal, and the rebirth of something far more ancient. Listener discretion is advised. Dracula, blood of the betrayed. The fog rolled across the Carpathian Mountains like a living creature, devouring everything in its path. Elena Voss stood at the edge of the old world, staring at the looming shape ahead. Castle Dracula. An academic, a skeptic, a historian. She came not for legends, but for truth. But in Transylvania, truth bleeds. They warned her in the village. Don't go to the castle on the blood moon. Don't follow the wolves. Don't look into his eyes. She ignored them all. The wheels of her jeep groaned as the path narrowed. The trees arched overhead like twisted bones. A scream echoed in the distance, a human scream. And then, the gates of the castle opened on their own. The arrival. Inside, the air was colder than death. Candles flickered in sconces that hadn't been lit in centuries. And at the top of the stone stairs, he waited. Count Vlad Tepes, tall, pale, elegant in black, eyes like frozen coal, and a smile that could open throats. "Welcome, Elena," he said, as if they were old friends. "Your blood called you here." She tried to speak, but something in her throat closed. Not fear, something older, something ancestral. She was led to a guest chamber lit by crimson glass. The windows wouldn't open. The door had no handle. The mirror was empty. That night, she dreamed of fire, of her body laid bare on a stone altar, of teeth sinking into her neck, not with hunger, but with purpose. She woke to scratches on her chest, not from hands, claws. The castle moved at night. Halls led to new rooms. Paintings changed expression. One showed a woman burning alive. The next time she looked, it was smiling. She found a journal under her bed. He feeds, but not just on blood, on pain, on memory, on regret. And at the bottom, he's building a new bride, one who remembers. Descent into the crypt, Elena explored. Below the castle were catacombs, thousands of bones, some arranged in shapes, circles, symbols, eyes. And then she found the chained priest, half alive, skin torn, eyes white, but his mouth still moved. "You're not the first Voss to come here," he whispered. "He's rewriting the line, unmaking Mina Harker's legacy. You are not his guest. You are his cure." She turned to run. A scream echoed behind her. Not human. A woman's voice split in three. The brides awakened. 3 figures emerged from the shadows, dressed in flowing gowns of shadow and smoke, hair like rivers, eyes like stars that forgot how to die. The brides of Dracula. They whispered in unison. "We were chosen. We were loved. And then, he broke us." One lunged. Elena raised her crucifix, but the bride laughed. "Faith dies when you fake it." She ran, through collapsing corridors, through visions of herself older, blood-soaked, smiling. Dracula revealed? She confronted Vlad in the throne room. "You think this is about you?" he asked, rising slowly. "It's about her, Mina, the one who ran, who survived, who told the world I was a monster. I'm not a monster. I'm the cure." "The cure for what?" she spat. He leaned in, eyes aflame. "Humanity." Suddenly, black wings tore from his back. A monstrous form, part bat, part god, part burning shadow. He lunged. She threw holy water. It sizzled on his skin. But he didn't scream. He smiled. The ritual. He carried her to the altar. chained her wrists in silver, lit candles with blood, spoke in an ancient tongue. Each word summoned ghosts from the walls, soldiers, lovers, betrayers, all those who wronged him. "I will put my blood inside you," he said, "and you will carry my vengeance. Not a bride, a weapon." The blade came down, cut her chest, opened her soul. But she whispered a word of her own. "No." Lightning cracked. The castle shook. War in the halls. She broke free. The priest, now undead, led her to the armory. Inside, ancient weapons. Blades forged in sunlight, bullets dipped in holy water. She armed herself. And she hunted. The halls of Castle Dracula became a battlefield. She impaled a bride with a silver halberd, shot a ghoul through the head, burned his library of blood-scribed spells. Each corner of the castle fought back walls screaming, chandeliers falling like guillotines. The final confrontation. In the top tower, she found him. Wounded, burning from within. "I gave you eternity," he hissed. "And you chose pain." She aimed the stake at his heart. "I choose to end this story." She drove it in, but Vlad laughed. His blood poured out in rivers, into the stone, into the sky. "You think I die like a man? I die like a myth." He exploded into shadows, and the castle began to collapse. Aftermath. Elena escaped through a tunnel as fire consumed the night. But as she reached the forest, her hands began to tremble. A mark on her chest glowed. A brand. A curse. Dracula was dead, but she carried his blood. Weeks later, London. Elena Voss steps into the lecture hall. Her hair is a deeper shade now, her gaze colder, more precise. She speaks on myth and monsters. "Dracula was never just a man," she says. "It was contagion. A hunger that spreads, that adapts, that endures, even after the host is gone." The students listen, rapt. She finishes. Applause follows. On her way out, a student snags their hand on the doorframe. A thin line of red. Elena stops. The scent hits her. She smiles faintly and lets her tongue trace the edge of her teeth.